kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will have the football first. Well, guys, last year, Texas got very little resistance from Oklahoma on the path to the playoff. A 21-point explosion in the second quarter. Horns never looked back. You got to think the Sooners and a hopefully retooled offense will be up to the task to mount a challenge today.
Yeah, I remember that last game. Quinn Ewers coming back from injury, struggled early in that game, threw a bad interception. But, David, they got the running game going. When Travion Wisner absolutely went off. And if I'm Texas in this one, I'd expect them to want to run the ball some more.
Well, and everything got going. Remember, they even caught a ball. They fumbled it to the end zone. They still fell on it. Like, everything went Texas's way. And that was about like last season. Everything went against Oklahoma minus the Alabama game. So look to see if Oklahoma can create some more momentum and juice for their program.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Takes the easy one to the back. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking for room. It's Ott. Fight. And that ball is live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fall.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Manning. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. And when you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. We've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River Rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's up. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quickly complete. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Sategna. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He lost one down the sideline. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Makes the quick grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
an incompletion. I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, going up top. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And the Sooners line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They're going to test the right side with this one. Can't get him to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Manning. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's Ott. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, because you want to catch the football and you want to get upfield and make more yards. But sometimes you got to realize, I just got to toe tap that thing. I just got to get one in, get the completion. That was a missed opportunity right there.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He'll do it himself on the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Number 87 on to kick it away.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Plows through the defense. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. QB draw.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
The Sooners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now the play fake. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man down the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Longhorns decide to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air. It's Mateer. Fires to the right. He's got it. Running through contact. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Sategna. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Sooners will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Helms. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on that second down.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown Sooner. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the point after is good. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give on the inside. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Gets it out quickly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They punted away on fourth down. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. A quick pass to the left. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Mateer. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too, to try to get him going there.
Just keep slinging it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burks. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Burks. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Sooners need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Going to swing it on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. Got the quick completion.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. The quick out. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Motion from the wideout. Off the RPO, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
To the air, it's Manning. That's caught. It's Moore. They stripped it out. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on 1st down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
The Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Longhorns! They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to throw, it's Mateer. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the...
Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Sooners will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, what a move. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Manning. Quickly complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
They'll try the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now they'll run it to the right here. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The running back has it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Mateer. He'll pull it down. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They'll run it from the gun. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The Sooners are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Sooners are marching down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback running on the draw. Turning it on! And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Caught, close to the marker, it's Burks. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. Wide open spaces. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Ott.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ott. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. You keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
The Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, it's Ott. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Spins away from the defense. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Manning. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Runs through the tackle. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
It's hard to coaches this week. That's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He breaks a tackle. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick strike complete. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Manning. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Motion from the back. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Firing to the right, complete. They make a stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Unloads quickly. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted, oh, what a play. Stopped at the 44, the defense coming up with a big interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. The give as they work on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
The Longhorns send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's held. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Chunk it away just as he was hit.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Makes the grab on the left. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.